Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Indiana leading by 3. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Out to Turner. Fires the 3. Rebound by Azubuike.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's sent back by Turner.
And I would not test Turner. And Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jump. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And finished off by Siakam.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Booker, no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Out to Turner. There's the pick. Rebound by Azubuike. Boston trailing. Down low. And he could not get that one to go. Contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Boston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. 1:49 left here in the opening quarter. Mathurin, good.
Oh, the size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Tatum on the wing. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. 1:21 left to play here in the first. Pass to Shepherd. From outside the arc, drills the three-pointer.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from
you. No good on that one. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Indiana. It's a three-point game. Makes it off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Dunn. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Great timing by Booker, setting up his teammate for success.
Out to the right wing. Back to Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker. Indiana shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He hits both from the stripe. Celtics trail by 5. That's tipped. Outside, Walker. Layup's good off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so it's Indiana heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he's something else. Hey, thank you. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Siakam outside. 5 on the clock. Nembhard's shot is good. Celtics trailed by 7. Outside Tatum. Inside Tatum.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life. And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now, here is Halliburton. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
On the drive, Halliburton keeps his options open. If the defense doesn't commit, he just takes it to the rim. And we all know Poole has a flair for the dramatic. My goodness.
And Halliburton slams it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Indiana leading by 7. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Nembhard. Takes it out to Siakam. And stolen by Dunn. To the paint. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
And so here is Indiana after the basket by Boston. Siakam, good.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Screen by Hartenstein. Pass to Dunn. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Mathurin. And Boston with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And the turnover again by Boston. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And some changes here for the Pacers. Pacers leading by 10. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game. 1:53 left in the first half. Going inside. And finished off by Shepherd.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
It's good from long range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Devin Booker in the paint.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
On the wing, Walker. And Boston with the rebound. Inside, Tatum. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, over the years, we've seen Tatum become increasingly comfortable playing through contact.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. To the middle. Walker with the rebound. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Indiana Pacers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And so Booker will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 13. Pass to Dick. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Foot in the ground, and Mathurin is gone. Hard to stop off the drive.
And here's Azubuike. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Booker, no good.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Mathurin. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And a wide open look for Halliburton. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Now, here's Tatum. 13 points in the game.
Passing out of a pick and roll. Tatum's such a good decision maker. You want the ball in his hands.
And stolen by Booker. There's the triple. Gets out ahead and finishes the job. Devin Booker.
Well, that's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
Siakam outside. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Siakam's got 13. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Nembhard. Off target from outside. Here's Dick. It's blocked. It's Nembhard on the wing. Siakam outside. No good from outside. Celtics trailed by 13. Here's Poole. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Back to Nembhard. Halliburton outside. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Turner inside. Just 3 to shoot. And a wide open look for Siakam. Cans it from downtown. Siakam's got 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Tatum. Back to Booker. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
And so Tatum nails them both. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. Pacers leading by 14. It's deflected. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Beal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
And the coaches want this from Beal. Play aggressive, force your way to the strike.
And both free throws good for Beal.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Pass to Walker. .131 left here in the third quarter. And finished off by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Here's Bosniak. It's rebounded by Indiana.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
I love when Beal slashes to the rim like this, using that athleticism and speed so well.
Now here's Walker. 8 points for him. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Walker.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Substitution on the court.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Indiana making some changes. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Well, I'd think about throwing something new at him. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
Attention fans, now on the court is your Fight Squad. Get loud and listen to the spirit. Here we are, fans, time to make some noise for the future.
Booker outside. Lets it go from deep. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
67.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Stolen by Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, no question Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
Pass to Nembhard. Green by Siakam. And Halliburton slams it in.
So good at just reading the defense. That time, Halliburton maintains his dribble and gets to where he wants to go.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.